So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy and today I have my review or discussion of the first episode of season 2 of Outlander. So as you may or may not know, I am a massive fan of Outlander. Love everything about it, haven't yet read the books, but I'm obsessed with the TV show. So I wanted to tell you guys my thoughts on the much anticipated first episode of the second season because it feels like ages since Outlander's been on and I wanted to share with you my thoughts. I am filming this in a different location. I'm currently at my friend's house and I'm sitting on the floor and there may be some background noise and this feels very 2012 YouTube at the minute, so I'm enjoying it. So this video obviously contains lots of spoilers for the first episode of the second season of Outlander. If you've not seen any of season 1 of Outlander or you haven't yet seen this episode, I would not recommend watching this video. I will not be offended. So do click off if you haven't yet seen any Outlander. In fact, what you should probably do is go and watch some Outlander and just start from the first episode and just marathon it because you will be obsessed. So everyone who's watching this should have already watched the first episode of the second season, and as you will know, the first season left off on quite a dramatic note. That episode was pretty horrible and yeah, pretty graphic, and we didn't really know what to expect. Jamie and Claire are on their way to France and that's where the first season ended, after that traumatic, horrible scene, well, or scenes, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun just to kind of end the series off with. The second season, however, I've seen lots of trailers for it and I knew that there's a clip of Claire being back in the present day, which immediately shocked me because I didn't think she'd be going back to the present day so soon. I didn't really know what was going to happen, but I didn't expect her to be going to the present day in the second series. So the first episode starts off in the present day and Claire wakes up by the standing stones in Inverness, and then she goes into town and she asks somebody who won the Battle of Culloden, and of course it was the English. And then it kind of becomes clear that from what she was saying in the final episode, where she wants to change the course of history, she wants to make sure that Scotland doesn't even begin that battle and doesn't even, you know, engage in battle with the British, or at least wins. And it turns out that all that was for nothing. So she's kind of woken up and realises that nothing has changed. And then she sees Frank, who is of course her husband. And at this point I was really confused because I didn't know how she got to the present day. You know, we don't really know what had happened. We presume that a lengthy amount of time has passed, and then she confirms that at least 2 years have passed. Seagulls. Present day, and Frank, her husband, is of course not Randall, but looks a lot like Randall, so that's quite difficult. And she's having a lot of difficulty with that as well, because there are moments where he is very kind towards her and she's kind of like recoiling and she doesn't really want to, you know, understandably she doesn't want to look at him because in a past life he was an absolute, you know, word I can't say. So it is a bit difficult and there's loads of unanswered questions, and I think that's a very good move to start it off in the present day, because immediately season 2 is just full of questions like, why is she there? Why is she pregnant? You know, she's pregnant again. Like, is this her second child? Like, what's happening? Who is, you know, why is she here in the first place? Something bad must have happened to send her back into the present day. So I think it's really clever and of course great that we go back in time, because I think a whole episode of the present would have been quite boring and we would have wanted to know what happened to Jamie, and of course we just wanted to see Jamie, let's be real. So there's quite a really nice transitional scene where Claire is like stepping off the aeroplane and reaches to kind of hold hands with Frank, and then it shifts as to where Jamie is helping her off the boat in France. And this scene, oh yes, I'm just so ready for this. So ready for all the French scenes that are going to be, you know, coming to play. And from the trailer we can expect, you know, Claire and Jamie infiltrating the French court and making lots of trouble and enemies there. So I think this episode, it wasn't very dramatic, but it had a lot of kind of stepping stones. It was setting the scene in many ways. And I think the one thing that is confusing me or is making me think is the fact that we had the present day and the past in one episode, which makes me think we're going to be getting a lot of flashbacks or you know, kind of filling in the gaps and a mixture of the past scenes and the present scenes. What we also got from this episode is kind of a structure of the second series as a whole. Because Jamie and Claire have agreed that they will be trying to stop the Jacobite rebellion, they'll be trying to stop it and nip it in the bud so Bonnie Prince Charlie never even goes over to Scotland, and that's what they aim to do for the rest of the series. And I think that sets it up really nicely, so we can expect, you know, lots of betrayal. We can expect to meet Bonnie Prince Charlie and French court, and I'm so excited for this just because from a lot of the posters and trailers it just looks so beautiful, and I just can't wait to get into the heart of the French court and see what goes on there. In terms of predictions for the whole of the second series, I don't really know because I feel like this episode, like I said, not a lot happened, and there were times where I was like, not bored. My interest wasn't held for the majority of this first episode, but I know why they were doing it. I know they were trying to set the scene and really kind of pave the way to big drama and big climax. So I'm really excited for those scenes. But I think in terms of the second series as a whole, I honestly don't know what's going to happen because I know the books get very, very dramatic, and I've read a couple of spoilers of later books, which I shouldn't have done because I've spoiled myself majorly, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I would say that I think the whole part of stopping this Jacobite rebellion will be a really crucial part. Another thing that is very important for me to discuss, they've changed the intro. Like, the intro is the best part, I would say, apart from Jamie, of any Outlander episode. It kind of just makes you feel like so just emotional and ready for the episode. And yeah, it's changed. It's kind of a bit more like, they've changed the music, they've added a verse in French. The scenes are still really beautiful in the intro, and obviously French themed, and there's lots of kind of whispering of French courtiers, and yes, I absolutely love it, but it will take me a while to get used to the new intro. So guys, those were my thoughts about the first episode of season 2 of Outlander. I've been waiting so long for the second series. I feel like everybody has. Such a great series, and if you are watching this without watching, you know, any Outlander at all, very risky of you, but you need to watch Outlander. Please start from the top and keep watching. And thank you to all of you guys for watching. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do follow me on Twitter at BookBelleReads, and I'm also on Snapchat under the Book Belle. So I'll leave all links down below. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with lots of bookish videos. Bye!